There are several hundred species of sharks, ranging in size from less than 10 inches to over 50 feet. These amazing animals have a fierce reputation and fascinating biology. Sharks come in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. Unfortunately, they have been given a bad reputation by books, movies and TV shows. In reality, sharks rarely harm humans, and when they do, the survival rate is very high. The largest shark and the largest fish in the ocean is the whale shark. The whale shark is believed to reach a maximum length of 59 feet. The smallest shark is thought to be the dwarf lantern shark, which is only around 6 to 8 inches long. The most famous of these sharks is probably the great white shark. This shark can eat more than 2 to 3% of their body weight every day. Their diet varies widely, but they're most commonly seen hunting seals, seabirds and crustaceans. What many people may not know about this creature is they travel to a place called White Shark Cafe. Many scientists from all over the world have tried to figure out why these great white sharks travel here. What's confused many scientists and researchers is the fact there doesn't appear to be much food here, and the sharks are going without food for several weeks. However, other studies contradict this, and they have shown there is a rich ecosystem here that can't be detected by satellite tracking. More recently, it was found the waters are also home to squid, tuna, mako sharks and other fish. Scientists have come forward and said that this is the largest hangout of great white sharks anywhere on the planet. This mysterious location was discovered because some of the great white sharks had been tagged, and the researchers had wondered why the sharks were going out of their way to reach this location. It's been reported that during the day the great white sharks dive down to 1,400 feet. However, there are still some unanswered questions. While researchers have put forward the idea the sharks swim down to this depth to hunt fish, what can't be explained is why the male sharks travel in such a strange way. During the month of April, the males would each travel in a V-shaped pattern. What's even more bizarre is that they would do this as much as 140 times a day. It's thought they may do this for mating purposes, but this strange behaviour is still a mystery. Scientists are still observing the great whites in hopes of trying to understand why they do certain activities. Antarctica is shrouded in mystery. It's known for its harsh climate and beautiful wildlife. Over the years though, there have been some mysterious discoveries on the continent. Each year research is carried out here, and experiments are conducted. The Ross Ice Shelf is the largest ice shelf of Antarctica. It's the world's largest piece of floating ice and can be seen in the Southern Ocean in line with the mainland. For many years now, research has been carried out to get a better idea of its physical properties. The scientists have placed over 30 extremely sensitive seismic sensors under its snowy surface. This is to monitor the vibrations between 2014 and 2017, but something was picked up that left them scratching their heads. Testimonies and video footage shows that a mysterious humming sound can be heard. This noise was created by the structure itself. It was confusing, however, because there was nothing giving off these noises. After all, these sensors were embedded inside the thick blankets of snow. However, after further studies and analysing the data, the scientists were able to come to a conclusion. Due to it being so thick, the top layers of snow acted as an insulating layer for the underlying ice. This means that the ice doesn't overheat even when temperatures outside increase. It was discovered that this top coat vibrates. This with the strong winds were making the sounds. The wind was travelling so fast across the snow dunes it was causing the ice sheet to tremor, giving off this rumbling sound. Interestingly enough, when the wind changed, so did the pitch of the hum. However, there have been other discoveries in Antarctica that have left some people with questions. Google Earth images of Antarctica have revealed what appear to be pyramids, and this has led some theorists to suggest they were created by an ancient civilization or aliens. The snow pyramids have been around for a while, and the idea is that an ancient human civilization once lived in Antarctica. 3 pyramids have been found, with 2 of them 10 miles inland and the third near the coastline. They have 4 sides, prompting comparisons to the Egyptian pyramids of Giza. Some scientists suggest humans could have once lived in the frozen areas, as it may have once been a lot warmer, perhaps even up to 20 degrees. Interestingly enough, the pyramid structure has been found all across the globe, and this has led some to point to the fact they are real. However, scientists suggest these structures are naturally occurring. These are mountain peaks that extend up above massive glaciers. They are found throughout Antarctica and Greenland. It's believed these formations were formed by years of erosion caused by shifting glaciers. Over the past 100 years, UFOs have been observed in our sky. These mysterious objects have been depicted in paintings and can even be seen in cave art. Every day these mysterious objects are witnessed, and while many of these can easily be explained as aircrafts, animals or other objects, some do remain a mystery. Right now, space agencies are constantly looking for life outside of our planet. Scientists, however, are not convinced and suggest that no aliens have ever visited our planet. It's also important to remember that UFO stands for Unidentified Flying Object, and does not mean the object in question is alien in nature. Recently, people have been seeing mysterious objects near our sun. The most recent images show a large cube-like object hovering above the large star. What many have pointed out though is the size of this object. When compared to what's close by, some have estimated it could be as large as planet Earth. Of course, we do not know of anything that could be of this size, but some theorists suggest it's a giant UFO. These types of objects have been seen before, and they're known as giant cubes. Many websites have been posting about this giant cube and the fact it's always seen in front of our sun. As you can imagine, many theories have been put forward, but one of the most common is it's either a UFO or NASA is trying to hide something. This giant cube has been appearing in photos and has left many people wanting answers. One UFO hunter said the following: "I have been studying these photographs for years and I believe it shows a giant craft. It's not like it's been in one or two photos, there have been many. If this is the case, this object is massive. It could be thousands of miles long. However, it was recently proved that some of these photos were being faked, but other theories suggest this is the real deal, and these photographs show an object that is larger than the Earth." Another person came forward and said it could be down to the software in the cube you're actually seeing is pixels that have gone wrong. Some have also said this could be due to an editing error. So what do you guys make of this? Do you think there is a giant cube floating around near our sun? If not, what do you think these photographs show? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Sharks are a large group of fish that have lived in our oceans for over 400 million years. They lived in a time before dinosaurs populated our planet. Ancient sharks lived before land vertebrates populated the Earth. One of the biggest ancient sharks was the Megalodon. This giant shark had an estimated length of 60 to 70 feet, and weighed up to 60 tons. Scientists recently reconstructed the Megalodon's jaw, and found out its bite force exceeded the Tyrannosaurus rex. Science reports that the Megalodon had a bite force of 80,000 pounds per square inch. The hardest biting animal today is the saltwater crocodile, and it has a bite force of 3,700 pounds per square inch. Recently, a shark was discovered in the North Atlantic and it's believed to have been born around 1505. The Greenland shark discovered is thought to have been around before Shakespeare was born. The Greenland shark is said to be one of the oldest living vertebrates to have ever been found. The shark was captured by fishermen and was one that was amongst a group of 28 sharks that scientists have analysed. The scientists took the size of the shark into account to determine the year it might have been born, and they have estimated this to be as early as 1505. The Greenland species of shark is said to have a growth rate of just 1 centimetre per year, and the species is known for having a lifespan of hundreds of years. This particular shark was the oldest out of the entire group of sharks that have been analysed by scientists. It was long thought that these sharks could only live for a few hundred years, but this research has shown that these sharks can actually live a lot longer. The Greenland shark can be found in the Northern Atlantic. The Greenland shark is one of few sharks that is actually larger than the great white. These sharks can reach up to 24 feet or 7.2 meters in length. These sharks are not commonly seen by humans, and they prefer to spend their time in cold waters of the North Atlantic around Iceland, Greenland and Canada. The average temperature where they live is around -1 degrees. However, during the summer months they will migrate to deeper in the water where it's very cold, and in the winter they will swim to the surface. Greenland sharks are apex predators that will eat almost anything. Typically they eat seals and other small sharks, but they have also been known to eat land animals. They have been found with a polar bear jaw, an entire reindeer, horse bones and a moose hide in their stomachs. Master Yoda is easily one of the most famous and popular characters from Star Wars. However, new research suggests the character was based on a real being. An image which looks very similar to the famous Jedi Master has been discovered in a 14th century manuscript. Historian Damien Kempf discovered the image in a manuscript, which was written in medieval France. It's been estimated it was probably created between the years 1300 and 1340. When looking at the image from the manuscript, you see what appears to be a green humanoid figure with large pointy ears. The character is seated and is wearing a long red robe. When looking at the image compared with the picture of the famous Star Wars character, the similarities are unmistakable. The images from the manuscript were only uploaded to the internet in 2010, and so George Lucas could not have been influenced or inspired by the images, unless he was previously studying historical manuscripts from medieval France. However, most who have seen the image have said it's just a coincidence, suggesting that if you look in old books you can see various other characters. But some have pointed out the person in question does look strange, and doesn't look like a typical human. One thing people have pointed out is the long ears and the fact they do not look human. Some even compared these to elf ears or an alien. Makeup artist Stuart Freeborn is credited with creating the Yoda character. Freeborn created Yoda by mixing his features and those of the esteemed physicist Albert Einstein. Freeborn was also responsible for the design of other Star Wars characters, including Jabba the Hutt and a race of small mysterious creatures known as Ewoks. However, some have questioned how the two images are so similar. What's interesting is that the manuscript also contains other creatures, and these creatures bear an uncanny similarity with other modern science fiction characters. In another part of the manuscript there appears to be a short brown creature with particularly massive ears. This creature looks extremely similar to a Star Trek character. When you take the science fiction films out of the question, it's hard to guess who or what this person is. As many have pointed out, the head and hands don't look normal. The ears look to be larger than the person's head. It's certainly a strange image and has left many people asking questions. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.